Okay, so we've got a few tools here. We've got our hex drive. We've got some thread lock, high strength removable. So we put that on our threads on the nuts that we take out just when we put them back in, just so that they don't loosen up from vibration. We've got our socket set. We've got some gloves. We've got some rags. And we're trying to protect the area being we're out on the field today. So we're going to go ahead and kind of show you that we've got 3 ports here. And on these 3 ports, you've got right here a filler. So this is the filler. This is when it reaches a certain level, it will get to that level. And then we've got our drain here. So just to let you know, that's how they run. And we are going to have to rotate this so that we can make sure actually this one is at the bottom. So so we're going to go ahead and lift the excavator and then get that so it's rotated to the right way. The track centered now, and we're just going to take you over and show you how we got the drain plugs now. And so we just lifted it with the back blade and the front blade. So as you can see, we've got the 1 port on the bottom and the filler on the top. So this is your drain. Here it's not exactly on the bottom, but almost, and here's your filler up here. And then you fill it here and wait till it drains out here. So we're going to go ahead and break those loose. And hopefully you can see what we've got going on here. Just so that, and we'll make sure we got the right size here. We did have to go out and buy a socket set for this, but it was obviously well worth the money. And it looks like on mine it's a 5/16, and they should break loose fairly easy. We've got a drain pan here, but we're going to start with the top and break that loose first. and it does break loose very easily for the most part. So this is the filler, and make sure you got your socket set in there nice, because this is something you do not want to strip out. Okay, I'll put my sunglasses up here. Hopefully the sun is not blinding you too much here. And now this is the filler port, or the drain plug. So we're just going to break these loose, and we're going to remove the top ones first. And you just want to keep your area clean, because obviously you don't want any dirt in here at all. And by pulling this upper plug, it will obviously help drain the bottom. So we're going to pull the drain, and it's coming out pretty easily. So, and the oil does look very dark. I'm just going to kind of show you what we've got here. It's definitely black, so it's a good thing we're changing it. Obviously you don't want something milky, but we're going to let that drain for a while, and go over on the other side and do the same thing to the other side. You could use an extractor on this to pull that oil out, but we're just going to let it drain for a while, and we'll come back, and I might even push some fresh oil in just to push out anything in there, and but we'll show you how to fill it. Okay, so we're going to put in full synthetic 75 to 140 gear oil. It's high performance, extreme pressure. Remember to take this cap off and remove this seal. I know it sounds like simple, but some people may forget. So we're just going to go ahead and feed it from the top here. We're going to leave the drain plug open. I want to push some fresh oil through there just to get some of that nasty grease out of there. So it smells real burnt, and that's why it's important to change this. I personally do it every 100 hours. So also we're using this thread locker orange, high temp, high strength, removable, so it doesn't lock your threads. It just helps secure them during vibration, because these units get a lot of vibration. And so we're going to put a little thread lock on the, we're going to plug the bottom hole, which is the drain hole, in just a second, and then and put a little bit of this thread lock on here. So we're going to get this opened up, and make sure we don't have a seal on this, which we don't, but we do need to cut the top off of this. So just give your threads a nice, clean them off. These, you can see some thread lock on this, but just make sure there's no dirt on these. And I'm going to take my gloves off so I can be a little bit more precise. So the thread lock, we do not want it inside the housing. We just want to put it on the threads itself. And I would recommend a little bit of rubber gloves with this. But being in the field, I just didn't have that today. So make sure you don't thread these on crooked. We're going to go ahead and just put this in, and then the one good thing is it wasn't milky. The oil wasn't milky, so we're going to go ahead and fill it up. And as soon as it starts draining out here, we know that we're full. So I'm just going to bring this camera in a little bit closer, if we can, like right there, so you can see what we got going here. So right now, we know we're full. It's as easy as that. You probably could use one of these, but I grabbed two just to be safe and to be able to use a little bit of oil to thread in. So put your thread lock on to your other nuts here, tighten them up. I think Kubota requires 50 foot-pounds, so if you got a torque wrench, 50 foot-pounds will do it. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you got questions about it, leave them in the comment section. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification if you want my other videos as they come out and get notified. And I appreciate you supporting the channel.